Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Monday, 6th of May 2024. From history point of view, on this day, 6th of May takes us to the year 1529. And the Battle of Gagra was fought between Mughal Empire led by Babur and the Eastern Afghan Confederates under Sultan Muhammad Lodi and Sultanate of Bengal under the Sultanate Nusrat Shah. The battle was a significant event in the Mughal Empire's conquest of India. So starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper The Hindu states that Hezbollah attacks Israel after a deadly South Lebanon strike. Smoke rises above Lebanon following an Israeli air strike aimed at ongoing cross-border hostilities between Hezbollah and Israel forces as seen from Israel's border with the Lebanon in northern Israel on May 5, 2024. Fighting has intensified in recent weeks with Hamas ally Hezbollah stepping up its attacks on northern Israel and Israeli military striking deeper into Lebanese territory. Official media in Lebanon said an Israeli strike on May 5 on a southern village killed 4 family members, with Hezbollah announcing retaliatory attacks in the latest cross-border violence since the Gaza was erupted. Israel and Lebanon's Iran-backed Hezbollah group have exchanged regular cross-border fire since Palestinian militant group Hamas's unprecedented October 7th attack on southern Israel sparked a war in the Gaza Strip. The Hindu newspaper also states that Panama votes in a presidential election with 8 contenders. A woman looks during the general election in Panama City, Panama on May 5, 2024. Panama has a presidential one-term limit. Panamanians voted on May 5 in presidential elections featuring a crowded field of 8 candidates led by the protege of former head of the state convicted of corruption. The vote comes as Panama is grappling with deep-rooted corruption, a severe drought that has hobbled its economically critical Panama Canal and a stream of United States-bound migrants passing through its jungles. The newspaper also states the driver dies after ramming a car into the White House gate. The driver died on May 4, 2024 after crashing a vehicle into a gate at the White House, authorities said. In January, authorities detained another person who crashed a vehicle into the exterior gate of the same complex. A driver died after crashing a car into the exterior gate of the White House late on May 4, and the United States Secret Service said. Shortly before 10:30 p.m., a vehicle traveling at a high speed collided with an outer perimeter gate on the White House complex, the service said in a statement on a social media platform X, adding there was no threat to the White House itself. The Hindu newspaper also states that Shiromani Akali Dal are narrowing a focused regional identity. Shiromani Akali Dal SAD leaders Simrat Kaur Badal and Sukhbir Singh Badal during a road show ahead of the Lok Sabha polls in Mansa, Punjab. The party continues its Punjab Bachao Yatra, Save Punjab March, with the parliamentary election closing in and electioneering picking up in Punjab. The Shiromani Akali Dal SAD, which is toiling to reclaim lost ground, appears to be narrowing its focus down to regional identity. As the party continues its Punjab Bachao Yatra, Save Punjab March, party president Sukhbir Singh Badal on Sunday targeted the Congress and Aam Aadmi Party, calling them outsiders and Dali-based parties that have now let Punjab's interest prevail. The Hindu newspaper also states that Muslim quota will be removed if BJP is elected to power in Telangana, reiterates Amit Shah. Union Home Minister Amit Shah attending the public meeting at a GG College ground in Nizamabad on Sunday. Amit Shah said the Prime Minister has removed Article 370 and Triple Talaq and not existing quotas. Union Home Minister for Home Amit Shah on Sunday reiterated that the party will remove reservations for Muslims and share it with SC, ST and BCs in Telangana after it comes to power here. When I said in the same before, the video of my speech was doctored to show as if I spoke about removing quotas. As long Prime Minister Narendra Modi and BJP are there is no question of abolishing reservation for marginalized sections, he asserted at a public meeting in parade grounds. The Hindu newspaper also states that caste equation is three-way fight spice of battle for Gwalior Chambal region in the Madhya Pradesh. The crowd at a public meeting addressed by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Morena. The region comprises the Morena, Pind, scheduled caste and Gwalior seats and parties and parts of the Guna Lok Sabha constituency. With the day to go for the third round of polling of the Lok Sabha election, battle lines are drawn in Madhya Pradesh, Gwalior, Chambal region with the caste equations and triangular fights spicing up the contests. The region comprises the Morena, Pind, scheduled caste and Gwalior states and parts of the Guna Lok Sabha constituency. The other backward classes, OBCs, form the largest chunk of the elections here, followed by the scheduled castes. And the news will also state that the Prime Minister's speech fall foul of a moral code of conduct. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses a public meeting in Etawah, Uttar Pradesh. If the Prime Minister ceases to be the role model, nothing will be left of our great democracy. The nation is in the grip of the Lok Sabha elections. Political manifestos are in the news not for their good content, but for what they don't contain. The Prime Minister's recent statement that the Congress wants to take away properties including gold and Mangalastra from the people and distribute it among the members of the minority community reflects the continuity of the narrative in the ongoing election. The Prime Minister, who is the leader of the world's largest democracy, and his advisors are expected to know the facts. According to the Hindustan Times newspaper, states that Russia tackles the accumulation of rupees through the investment in India. The accumulation of rupees in Indian banks was flagged last year by Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, who had described the issue in May 2023 as a problem. Russia has tackled the issue of the billions of rupees accumulated in Indian banks through investments in Indian stock and infrastructure schemes and taken steps to ensure the flow of crude despite Western sanctions on the state-owned shipping companies. So comfort people familiar with the matter said. Hindustan Times also states that heaven for Biliophil's remote Kashmir hamlet, a hit among the book buffers. Almost 60 to 70% population in the village is associated with the agriculture and horticulture, and the literacy rate in the past 2 decades has gone up. Barely 2 kilometers away from the Asia's second largest freshwater lake, Vulla, a remote village in the North Kashmir's Bandipora district, has been termed a book village, something unique in the Himalayan valley. A local tribe youth, Rajuddin Khan, who is associated with Pune-based NGO Sarhad, has started the initiative and is bearing fruit as the NGO started a culture of book reading in the village. Aims is to convert village houses into mini libraries. Sometimes also states that no pressure will stop Israel from the defending its Prime Minister Netanyahu to the world leaders. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Sunday denounced a volcano of anti-Semitism and international criticism of Israel's war in Gaza, insisting that no pressure would stop it from defending itself. Sometimes also states that death toll from the southern Brazil rainfall rises to 78, over 115,000 people displaced. The death toll from the heavy rains that have caused flooding in Brazil's southern state of Rio Grande do Sul has risen to at least 78, local authorities said on Sunday, with more than 115,000 people displaced. A man carrying a baby wades through a street flooded heavy rain in the canals of Rio Grande and do Sul state, Brazil. Israel attacks Rafah after Hamas claims responsibility for the deadly rocket attack. Israel has vowed to enter the southern Gaza city and flush out of Hamas forces there, but has faced mounting pressure to hold fire as the operation could derail fragile humanitarian efforts in Gaza and endanger many more lives. Three Israeli soldiers were killed in a rocket attack claimed by Hamas armored wing near the southern Gaza Strip city of Rafah, where Palestinian health officials said at least 19 people were killed by Israeli fire on Sunday. Going towards the economy of the country from the banking and finance point of view, bank lending to businesses grows by 16.3% in March. Outstanding credit to industries stood at rupees 36.83 lakh crore as March of 2024, as against rupees 33.8 lakh crore, the Reserve Bank of India data showed. Bank lending to businesses, industry and service sectors grew by 16.3% in the March 2024 on a year-on-year as against 12.5% in the same period of the last year. A security guard's reflection is seen next to the logo of the Reserve Bank of India at the Reserve Bank of India headquarters in Mumbai in June 6, 2019. Government claims down on dumping from the China over one-third anti-dumping duties levied in cases with the sole two producers since financial year 2022. In financial year 2023, the number of cases concluded dropped by half to 25, out of which 24 ended with an ADD recommendation, and CBIC accepted only 3 of which are covered goods only from China and 4 from at least one another country. According to GTRI report between financial year 2019 and financial year 2024, India's imports from China surged from $70 billion to $101 billion, while exports to China remained stagnant at around $16 billion annually. From the business point of view, grid infra HVDC are transmission major bottlenecks to metal renewable target Vineet Mittal. A lot of components that are used in HVDC are not readily available, so many of the projects are getting delayed in 2029. India did a record of 18 gigawatts renewable energy capacity in financial year 2024 and needs to add 50 gigawatts each year to meet the ambitious target of 500 gigawatts by 2030. In an interview with Agam Walia, Vineet Mittal Group chairman. Going towards the world news, including Japanese foreign minister holds talks with the Nepal's top leadership. Anti-Semitism rising dramatically across the world, reports find. Urban challenger in Hungary mobilizes thousands of at a rare demonstration in a government stronghold. Hamas armored wing says responsible for Israel-Gaza border crossing attack. Israel orders Al Jazeera to close its local operation. China's president arrives in Europe to reinvigorate ties at a time of global tensions. Going towards science and tech, or why does us versus them bias in the brain come from? Neuroimaging studies are clarifying that information processing in brain is different depending on whether it pertains to us or them. All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. This line from George Orwell's 1945 classic Animal Farm perfectly describes how basic operations in human societies. An MRI scan of a human brain. Polycat Lake in Peril again. The Polycat Lake is spread across 720 square kilometers. It supports aquatic life and more than 200 avian species, around 10,000 traditional fishery families, as well as small-time fisherfolk park depend on the water body for their livelihood. The Tamil Nadu government has taken steps to notify the boundaries of the Polycat Bird Sanctuary, which includes 13 revenue villages. This is while exclusive the villages and hereby they reduce the sanctuary's eco-sensitive zone. A port explosion plan and an industrial park within the present default eco-sensitive zone threaten its future. Will these developments further affect the lake, the land, and the livelihood of locals, all of the whom have been bearing the brunt of industrialization in surrounding areas over the last few decades? And the Polycat Lake, the second largest brackish water lagoon in India after Chilika, sprawling across Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, is in the spotlight again. Not for its historical, ecological, or economic significance, but for an imminent threat from industrial expansion, as the Tamil Nadu government has begun the process of denotifying parts of the Polycat Bird Sanctuary. Uttarakhand forest fire, elderly woman dies, rains expected from May 7, smoke and flame out after fire broke out in the forest of Kasoli in Solan district on May 4, 2024. Chief Minister Dhami asked Chief Secretary Radha Rathore to give all the district magistrates a week notice and issues instructions to regulatory monitor the forest lies. Forest fires. A 65-year-old woman on May 5 died in AIIMS Rishikesh, where she was admitted after getting to her injuries while trying to douse a forest fire that had reached her farm in a village in a Pauri Tehsil official said. With the forest fires while rigging in Uttarakhand, director of the meteorological center in Dehradun, Bikram Singh, said that there is possibility of rain in the state from 7 to 8 May, which will intensify from the 11 May. At last, this is a famous quotation said by Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar, whose birth anniversary is 14 April 1891 up to 6 December 1956, was an Indian jurist, economist, social reformer and a political leader who headed the committee drafting the Constitution of India from the Constituent Assembly debates, served as the Law and Justice Minister in the first cabinet of the Jawaharlal Nehru, and inspired by the Dalit Buddhist movement after renouncing Hinduism. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar says a famous quotation. He says that men are mortal, so are ideas. An idea needs propagation as much as plant needs watering. Otherwise, both will wither and die. Okay, thank you.